Hi, my name is Jay Oza. I teach, mentor, and coach people on public speaking so that they can give winning high stakes speeches. And I'm also the host of Speech Talk Live, and I'm going to briefly preview episode number 61. I'm going to be starting a series called the Great Speaker Series, where I'm going to be inviting people who speak for a living or they give a lot of speeches from whom we can learn something from. Rather than me telling you about tips and techniques based on what I'm doing, I think it would help if I bring in other people to see what they have to say so that we can all learn uh, through their experience and wisdom. In episode 61, I bring in this type of a person named Tom Winninger. Tom is a professional speaker. He's been speaking for over 40 years. And I saw Tom at an event in New Jersey where he was invited to give a speech to the National Speakers Association members, the New Jersey chapter. And I was just blown away. The three things that I noticed from Tom's speech was that became apparent was energy. Tom's not a big guy. He's not like Tony Robbins, 6'8" and big and has that presence. Tom's a small guy, but similarly, he has the presence when he's speaking. He just projects that presence. So he has tremendous energy. You notice that right away. He really knows how to tell stories, and he has a real message. And the content is kind of secondary. I'm not saying content isn't important, but content is primarily used for flow to make sure that his speech is flowing the way so that he doesn't get stuck on one topic for too long. And he's having a conversation with you. And these are some of the things that we do discuss uh, on the show that I wanted to kind of make you pay attention to. And I jotted down lots of notes. So before you watch it, make sure you have something to write down because he gives tremendous amount of information in this 30-minute conversation that I had with him. The key thing to watch out for here is that he repeats over and over again is engaging an audience to affect a change. And then he talks about his technique that he uses, anchoring, following up with a signature story, then two or three concept that he introduces, then he unpacks them, and he ends it with a signature story. That's his technique that he discusses. And last thing that I want you to pay attention to is the three levels. The first level, like first person, when something happens to you got to tell your own personal story. What he says is important. The farther you remove yourself, the less authority you bring to your speech. And that's another word that he emphasizes over and over again, authority. Authority of conversation, authority of the content. And first person would be like I interviewed Tom. I went to the show. That's first person. Then if I had a conversation with him that I'm including the speech, that becomes second person. And similarly, that the farther you get away from yourself, the less authority you have. And I think that's an important point that I want you to focus on. It comes kind of at the end of it, end of the conversation, but pay attention to that. Because one of the things that I see when I look at people's speeches for the Coursera course or any other courses, they're not putting themselves, their story. It's always other people's story. Now, sometimes you have to, but try to find your story first and then second, other people's story second or third. Okay? So watch the show. You're going to learn a lot from this, and I believe it's going to make you a better speaker. I learned a lot, and I think you will too. Let me know what you think and enjoy the conversation. Thank you.